Q106.7 weather.
Here's your KQNK forecast. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times today, with highs around 91. Winds out of the east, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Lows around 52. Tonight, mainly clear. Mainly cloudy skies expected tomorrow. High temperatures reach up to 81. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times and dry. Saturday and Sunday, low 80s. Saturday, low 70s by Sunday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Right now, it's 44 degrees.
Kansas Information Network News, I'm Jen Austin. A Topeka man has been sentenced to life in prison for murder. Roxanne Stewart has more.
Jordan Robert Reynolds, 28, was sentenced on Monday to life in prison after pleading guilty in September to the murder of 59-year-old Tammy Hansen while committing aggravated robbery. In return for his guilty plea, the robbery charge was dropped. Hansen's body was found after lying in her home for several days after being killed last December. Topeka PD used surveillance footage from Hansen's home to identify Reynolds, who was then arrested this past January. I'm Roxanne Stewart.
The union that represents striking Boeing workers said the contract offer from the company was overwhelmingly rejected. Now Boeing has withdrawn the contract offer, saying the union made non-negotiable demands in excess of what can be accepted. The contract would have given striking workers 30% raises over 4 years. The union represents factory workers who assemble Boeing's planes. The workers have been on strike since September 13th, and that is continuing. This is Kansas Information Network News.
Now is the perfect time to purchase a John Deere 1.5 Series compact utility tractor from Prairie Land Partners. For a limited time, get a free implement with your purchase. Plus, your choice of a free tailgate package complete with a tent, chairs, and cooler. Or a free Ego Power Plus leaf blower to keep your space clean and tidy this fall. Offer ends October 25th, 2024. Some restrictions apply. See Prairie Land Partners for details.
Delivering the right solution. Prairie Land Partners. Smokey the Bear.
Then you know why Smokey tells you when he sees you passing through. Remember, please be careful, it's the least that you can do.
What you desire, don't play with matches, don't play with fire.
After 80 years of learning his wildfire prevention tips, Smokey Bear lives within us all. Learn more at SmokeyBear.com. And remember,
only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Good morning, I'm Natalie Hadley with your KQNK News. Brought to you by Firebolt Ag, LLC, serving all of your chemical and fertilizer needs. Governor Kelly announced that the state of Kansas will cover the state licensing, background check, and fingerprinting fees for child care providers who are seeking initial licensure or licensure renewal through 2025 or until the available funds are expended. The fee coverage will assist new child care providers by reducing startup costs and continue to support existing providers as they retain their licensure. Covering the fees will lower the total startup costs for child care businesses, costs that often become too large of a barrier to overcome. Additionally, this action will incentivize more unlicensed providers to become licensed, ensuring safer care based on industry best standards. And for current providers, the decision to cover these fees is another way Kansas has invested in Kansas's child care workforce and continues to provide them with critical support. Local jurisdictions may charge fees unrelated to those imposed by the state, so providers should consult their local health departments or local resource and referral agencies to learn more about applicable local fees in their jurisdiction. To learn more about becoming a child care provider, you can visit childcareinkansas.com/providers. Phone and internet services are vital to accessing health care and community services, finding employment, and calling for help in an emergency. However, that cost to stay connected is out of reach for many. So the Kansas Corporation Commission wants to remind Kansans that Lifeline provides federal and state discounts of up to $17.02 per month to help pay for residential or wireless phone service, internet, or bundled phone and internet plans. Subscribers living on tribal lands qualify for additional discounts, and currently nearly 8 million Americans, including 23,000 in Kansas, are enrolled in the program. Eligibility is based on income. You must be at or below 135% of the federal poverty guidelines, or participation in certain assistance programs that include the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, or SNAP, Medicaid Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, Federal Public Housing Assistance, or FHPA, Veterans Pension and Survivors Pension Benefit, Bureau of Indian Affairs General Assistance, tribally administered temporary assistance for needy families, Head Start tribal programs that are income-based, or the food distribution program on tribal lands. More information on income eligibility, participating providers, and the enrollment process is available on the KCC's website at kcc.ks.gov or by calling 800-662-0027. October is National Disability Employment Awareness Month, a time to educate about disability employment issues and celebrate the many contributions of workers with disabilities. And the Kansas Department of Health and Environment is dedicated to fostering employment opportunities for individuals with disabilities while helping participants gain and maintain meaningful employment. Support and training for employing people successfully, or STEPS, is part of the Kansas Department of Health and Environment's Working Healthy program, and it allows Kansas residents who have a permanent disability to work and keep their health care. STEPS is available to help people with disabilities who are motivated to seek, obtain, and maintain employment by providing supportive services. Work Opportunities Reward Kansas, or WORK, is also a part of Working Healthy and allows Kansas residents who have a permanent disability to work and keep their health care. WORK is available to individuals who need personal assistance services to live and work in their communities, and WORK services are provided at no cost to the participant. Kansas Department of Health and Environment Working Healthy Senior Manager Billy Crawshaw said by offering benefits counseling, it allows individuals with disabilities to make an informed decision about whether or not these programs meet their needs and goals. In Nebraska news, on Wednesday, County Judge Jeffrey Gartig found probable cause to try 51-year-old Christopher Milkey of Beatrice after he was accused of killing his girlfriend, and the case was sent to district court. Early in the morning of September 8th, police alleged that Milkey fatally shot Tammy Leslie 4 times, and court documents showed that after that, he refused to come out of the house and wouldn't let his children out either. After about 2 hours, police forced their way inside and arrested Milkey. He's been charged with second-degree murder, 2 counts of kidnapping, and use of a firearm to commit a felony. His arraignment in Gage County District Court is set for November 13th. According to Hall County District Court records, 75-year-old Janet Cochran of Grand Island was sentenced on Tuesday to 4 years of probation on 1 count of terroristic threats for trying to run over 2 kids with her car. She pled guilty to the charge in August, and in exchange for her plea, additional counts of terroristic threats and use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony were dismissed. Grand Island police said on February 13th, 2 minors under the age of 16 claimed Cochran tried to run them over in her car after one of them was having an argument with Cochran's granddaughter. They told police she swerved to the opposite side of the road and hit a curb, nearly hitting one of the victims, and the Grand Island Police Department reported that officers found tire marks that were consistent with that story. I'll be back with more in just a moment.
Firebolt Ag is a full-service fertilizer and chemical retailer. They customize products for individual farmers' needs, with the primary focus being customer profitability. Let Josh and Jack help you get the most out of your farm ground. They also provide in-house marketing with Ron Wall of Flatwater Solutions. Visit Ron in Phillipsburg or call Josh at 785-854-8484 or Jack at 308-840-2819. Firebolt Ag, your leader in agriculture.
Now we'll hear from Fig Millen and Norton Blue Jay cross-country coach George Rossi to update on the team and their meet today in Phillipsburg.
I'm here with head cross-country coach George Rossi. Coach, last week you were traveling over to Oberlin for their invitational, and a pretty nice finish for the girls. Let's go ahead and start with how the girls did.
The girls ran a good race. You know, we're kind of running against the same teams that we've ran the past couple weeks at our meet and then Oberlin, but I think Hoxie and Golden Plains girls really ran a tough race against us. Emma won our race here in Norton fairly easily, and then she had the younger Weiner girl from Golden Plains just on her tail, on her shoulder the entire race. And I'll be honest with you, I thought Emma had a pretty good shot of getting beat, but Emma's a very tough competitor, and she told me that nope, she wasn't going to lose that race, and she did. She pulled away in about the last quarter of a mile and and was able to win by a little bit of a margin. But she ran a solid race, and like I said, she's a tough competitor. Kaysen Miller keeps working hard, and I think Kaysen has yet to see her full potential. I mean, she's got a lot of potential, I think, to be a really good runner. She ended up 5th. Savannah Runback finished 8th, also had a good race, as did Cassidy McLean, finished 10th. Lorelei ran good. She finished 15th and got in the medals. Danica Frick was 21st, and Natalie Simmons was 23rd. So, again, I thought our girls did a good job. We were kind of bringing our 1-5 split down a little bit. We need to bring it down quite a bit more, in the next couple of weeks. So when we get to regionals, that 1-5 split will be close. And tomorrow at MCL, they score it differently. So, it's a different situation on the 1-5. But I think our girls are in a good spot right now, and we just got to keep getting better.
On the boys' side, you're a little bit short, one racer, but a second-place finish there for the boys at Oberlin.
Yeah, we did not run Aston Katz. He went down at our meet, and it's a short turnaround. We didn't have hardly. We had 1 day of practice in between those meets, and Aston was feeling good, but he just didn't feel like he was 100%. And we don't want to mess anything up with him, because I think he's got a great chance to do really good things down the road, and we're just going to wait for him. And he's feeling good. He's had really good practices this week, and he'll be ready. He's ready to go for MCL. But Tyler Stewart did a good job. He came in 4th overall and ran a good time. Jace Bailey was 14th. Max Carter was 15th. Those two guys have been back and forth with each other, close together all the time. Elvis Green has been our 5 runner most of the season, and Elvis is getting a lot better. He finished just outside the medals in 16th, so Elvis is dropping his time pretty much every time he steps on the course and is doing a great job. Braxton Eisenhagen was 22nd. Michael Urban was 27th, and then we ran Noah Lanier in the JV race, and Noah finished 2nd in the JV race, and actually would have been our 5 guy in the overall standing. So Noah had a good race, so he's going to be running varsity at the league meet tomorrow.
Now, we talk about your practices. You've had a little bit longer time period to practice, do that. You didn't have a race on Thursday. How have the practices been going?
We've been doing good. I think the kids have been working really hard. We've had hard practices. We're still developing, our endurance. We're doing longer runs, but they're timed, and we're doing different things with them. Yesterday we did some sprint workouts to work on our speed, but to kind of mix things up. I think the kids are getting there. We're hopefully not anywhere near our peak yet. We got a couple more weeks. We want to hit that, regional week going full bore, and we got a good test with the next 2 meets coming in. So I thought our kids have been practicing really hard. They're focused and then doing a great job.
This week you're going to Phillipsburg for the Mid-Continent League, and that kind of a different format. Why don't you tell us what you expect out of the Phillipsburg Invitational and, of course, the format?
Well, I think most of the schools are just going to be MCL schools there. They score four runners, which is good because a lot of the schools may not have 5, so this actually makes it more competitive. So more teams are scoring. On the girls' side, we have our girls have done very well in the MCL for many years. Hoxie's right behind us. So I think Hoxie's going to give us a challenge. Smith Center's obviously they have one of the best runners in the state overall with Madison Howland. She's just a phenomenal runner, as does Ellis with Avery Boydston. Both those girls, they're top runners in 1A and 2A. So, and then, we have Emma, and I think it's going to be a very good race with those 3. And the Lindemann girl from Hoxie really adds. The girls' race is going to be tough. Team-wise, we're going to have to run well. And on the guys' side, same thing. Hoxie boys have just done outstanding. They got a bunch of kids that they just can get out and flat run. They're kind of fun to watch, really. They just have big engines. All of them have big engines. Those kids just go. And I think if our guys can kind of get up in the mix of those things and kind of break that up a little bit, I think we got a shot. But it's going to take our best day in order to do that. But that's what we're looking for. We like the competition. We're going to have big competition the next 2 weeks anyhow. So the better the competition is, the more that benefits us.
That race over in Phillipsburg, can you tell us the time and how they'll be run that?
Yeah, they run a junior high race, and then the girls varsity will run about 4:30, and the boys varsity is supposed to run at about approximately 5:05, and then they're supposed to run the JV boys and girls together. I don't know. Hopefully they'll just put all the girls in one race and all the boys are together in one race to kind of make those races a little bit bigger. But I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. But girls will start at 4 o'clock, and then be a running schedule after that.
Well, Coach, going to wish you the best of luck on Thursday when you travel to Phillipsburg for the Mid-Continent League meet. You're reporting for KQNK. I'm Fig Mullen.
Thank you, Fig and Coach Rossi, and good luck to the Blue Jay cross-country team today in Phillipsburg. Your menu today for Eisenhower Elementary School. For lunch, you'll have macaroni and cheese, little smokies, cooked carrots, rosy applesauce, pepper strips, French bread, and milk. For Norton Community High School and Junior High, your lunch today will be chili Frito or chef salad with fruit and milk. And for Northern Valley Schools, your lunch today will be Texas Straw Hats, salad, vegetable, and fruit. I'm Natalie Hadley. Your KQNK News was brought to you by Firebolt Ag, LLC, farmers helping farmers to succeed. You can contact Firebolt Ag today to get the most out of your farmland. Your KQNK weather forecast is being brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, your Norton experts for all of your pest control needs. Your forecast for today should be mostly sunny with a high near 91, with a calm wind becoming south around 5 miles per hour in the afternoon. For tonight, it should be mostly clear with a low around 52 and a southeast wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Friday, it should be mostly sunny with a high near 81 and a southwest wind of 5 to 10 miles per hour. And on Friday night, it should be partly cloudy with a low around 46. I'll be back with the rest of your forecast in just a moment.
When you got bugs, we know what a nuisance that can be.
Lock 'em out. From Hinkle Termite and Pest Control, Lock 'em Out is our very effective residential insect prevention program. We'll come to your place and treat your foundation plus all insect entryways. And while we're there, receive a free termite inspection. Call Mr. Rich Wenzel, our certified technician in Norton, at 785-202-0167. That's 202-0167.
Continuing with the weather forecast, on Saturday it should be mostly sunny with a high near 83. On Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 71. On Monday, Columbus Day, we should expect some areas of frost before 8 a.m. Otherwise, it'll be sunny with a high near 66. On Tuesday, some areas of frost. Otherwise, sunny with a high near 68. And on Wednesday, some areas of frost. Otherwise, it'll be sunny with a high near 74. Currently, with fair skies, it is 43 degrees. The humidity is 76%. The wind speed is northwest at 7 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is 30.09. The dew point is 36 degrees, and our current wind chill is 39 degrees. Your weather was brought to you by Hinkle Termite and Pest Control right here in Norton. You can call Hinkle Termite and Pest Control at 785-202-0167 for all of your pest control needs. It is 8:21. It's time for Kansas Sports. That's being brought to you by United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything they do for you.
Save more, earn more with the Easy Saver account at the United Northwest Federal Credit Union. Enrollment in this program automatically rounds up the amount of all debit card and share draft purchases made from your checking account to the next whole dollar and deposits into the Easy Saver savings account. Not only will this account help you save, but it also earns 2.01% APY monthly. Special terms and conditions apply. Come in today and open your Easy Saver account at the United Northwest Federal Credit Union, where everything we do for you. NCUA insured.
KIN Sport Time, Spencer Dupuy. While Juju Smith-Schuster had 7 catches for 130 yards, the tight ends combined for 104 yards on 12 catches in this one, including 9 for 70 from Travis Kelce, 2 for 29 from Noah Gray, and 1 for 5 from the newly re-signed Jody Fortson. And after the game, quarterback Patrick Mahomes talked about the importance of getting passes to tight ends this last week.
We have a lot of talented tight ends, so we want to make sure we get them on the football field, and so it was cool to get get those guys out there. Jody coming back, getting a catch, but he's an athletic guy that can stretch the field for the size that he is. And so when you're able to run the ball, those big sets, and then spread teams out, it's our advantage with the athletic tight ends that we have. And so it's going to be mixing and matching based off of the teams that we're playing. But I think Coach Reed and the coaches are going to do a great job of it. And so we're going to utilize everybody on the entire team.
The Chiefs are on a bye this week before they head on the road to take on the 49ers Sunday, October 20th. Kansas Information Network Sports. I'm Spencer Dupuis.
In agriculture, Bayer is on the leading edge of innovation. So when you plant XtendFlex soybeans, you're planting elite germplasm with the latest trait technology and yielding 2.7 bushels more per acre with our 2024 launch class. Bayer leads the field in innovation, so you can put it into action every single day. Read and follow pesticide label directions, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices. Claim based on Bayer 2023 germplasm trials versus key E3 checks.
How is your drive to school?
Let me tell you, I had to get my iced coffee first. I just can't seem to put it down. My favorite rapper just announced a tour. My phone was buzzing like crazy. I'm so excited. I had to text all my friends right then to talk about it. Then, someone started calling me and...
Let's try that again.
I turned my phone off right away. I never drive distracted.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
It's true, many of us spend more time thinking about what's for dinner than preparing for retirement. But if you think your retirement needs deserve more attention, I agree, and I'd like to help. I'm Edward Jones Financial Advisor Philip Eisenhagen. Together we can give your long-term retirement strategy the attention it deserves. Stop by our office at 418 East Holm here in Norton or call 877-3373. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.